Hello guys, let's quickly talk about why esports are dying, right? Why esports are not doing well. Not only because we don't really have any innovative games anymore, right? Most MMO or MOBA studios are outdated. They only care about Conquest or Dota fans and ignore everybody else. They don't have fun game modes for weekends. They don't have rank functionality for their most popular game modes and so on and so on. They have outdated social and action combat system, right? But the main important issue here is that esports is just a huge business where people gatekeep everyone else to get into competitive league because that brings them a lot of money, and that wouldn't be an issue if people would actually earn their spots. But a lot of the time we see that people are literally getting handpicked. You know, they got in via friends connection, or that, you know, they literally got handpicked by the company itself, right? So everybody else has no chances to prove themselves. And why is esports such a huge business? Because those that get into pro league, right, those get countless of views on social media and YouTube. On YouTube they get so many views and so many subscribers because people think they are one of the best, right? No, they just intentionally like competition because that brings them a lot of money, and it's really so sad. You know, Hi-Rez and other esports companies, you know, all you have to do is make a good competitive scene where everybody has a chance, right? You need to organize tournaments, you know, Conquest Arena tournaments for EU and North America, right? And then you get few best teams, players, play it out in Atlanta, for example, for the final reward. So this is how you attract players, this is how you attract sponsors, and this is how you attract viewership, right? But if you just handpick, say, 15 players every year, the competitive spirit is lost, and then we are asking ourselves, what are we even doing here? Even if you invest so much into casting and making a good things happen, right, making a good scene, you will still have the same core issues. And this is probably the biggest problem of Smite. They never fixed the core issues of this game, right? We have Smite SPL lost its competitive spirit, right? We have the same 15 players 5 years in a row. People getting banned in SPL chat, right? It's a friends league. This is the biggest problem. It's a friends league. People don't earn their spots. They got handpicked, right? So how can you then not call it a huge business when these guys get not only money from Hi-Rez and sponsors, but also from YouTube, right? Jake or Hadix or Fine, okay, they got more subscribers and viewers in 1 year than most content creators of Smite get in 5 years, right? There is 0 international players, 0 console players, 0 Europe players, which is the biggest region, right? 0 arena players, 70% of competition is missing, but they still call themselves champions because that brings them a lot of views and a lot of money from social media. And DM Brandon, who was the most popular Smite content creator, they literally destroyed his career, right? And all the most popular Smite content creators like Weekend, Icon, Zapman, Barracuda, Fine OK, Jake Paul, Hadix, all these guys got handpicked, right? I mean, some of them actually earned their spots, but all of these guys got SPL carried, right? They got countless of views on social media because people think they're one of the best because they call themselves world champions, right? But half of them, they barely know how to build, right? And they didn't deserve their spots, they got handpicked, or they got in via friends connection, right? We literally had world champions that got in via friends connection, right? Like Paul, right? Nobody knew who he was. Then he got in, and then he won the world champion, right? What a joke, what a disgrace, right? Like, seriously. And none of these guys, big content creators, talk about these issues, right? Because they don't care, because they make too much money from Hi-Rez and sponsors and YouTube, right? And this is the biggest problem of esports. We have seen in the Smite community, only those guys like Weekend, Fine OK, only those guys get any views, right? They have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But if they won't get on SPL and call themselves champions on social media, they will have 10 times less subscribers, right? And this is just the sad reality. It's not worth to make any content if you don't abuse the system in some way or another, right? A lot of these guys get everything handed to them on a silver platter, right? They even didn't know how to build, right? You know, Final Hell, for example, 100,000 subscribers, right? And he didn't even know how to build properly a lot of the time, right?
You guys know the
This is just the surface, right? On top of that, he's also abusing fake promo accounts, right? Not only did this guy get everything handed on a silver platter, he's even using fake bot promo accounts, right? To promote their videos, right? And this is the only way how to make it. You abuse the system, you abuse, you know, but people who legitimate, you know, invest their energy, you know, they get nothing in return, right? And this is the sad reality, right? That's why it's not worth to play most of the competitive games, right? Or Smite, for example. Even though the game has so much potential and it's fun, the competitive scene is practically non-existing. And then these guys who abuse it, the system, right? They go get on top, right? And if you call them out, they just ban you, right? It's always the same story, right? And this is such a big issue, right? Content creation, you know, it's a lot something that will give people hope, and you know, and being best at the game and prove it to us, to others, right? But only those guys who get into SPL, be a friends connection or getting handpicked, only those guys get any views, right? And I wouldn't mind it if people would earn it, but they didn't earn it. They got handpicked. 5 years in a row we have the same 15 players on Smite SPL, right? It's really sad, right? It's really sad. And once you are at the top, you're gonna stay at the top. That's how these social medias are designed. The more you abuse it, the more you have chances, right? Look, another fake promo account, right? Half of the comments under these videos are fake promo accounts, right? This is really sad, you know? It's really sad. And there is nothing you can do about it, right? And guys like me who talk about such issues, we usually just get banned, right? Because those Smite communities, for example, Smite Reddit, right? They also get controlled by a few people, right? Smite Pro Reddit, right? And Smite normal Reddit, right? Let's go into Smite Pro Reddit. And for some reason we have 6 Smite subreddits instead of 1 with flares, right? And of course only few videos are allowed here, right? Only few guys, right? This is the issue also. It's really frustrating, right? I invested so much time into Smite and it just feel like a waste, right? Because I have no chances to prove myself. My favorite game of Arena doesn't even have rank functionality, right? So I have no chances there. And even if I play Conquest, right, ranked, if I get master, if I grind for 3 months to get master, even then I have no chances to get into Smite Pro League, right? Because then you need a whole team, you know, you need a whole team. And even if you are one of the best, you still have no chances, right? Because you have no chances. It's like, it's sad, it's frustrating. And then these guys get countless of views, right? People that abuse the system, you know, it's like, come on, man. I'm just disappointed, right? I'm so disappointed, right? And these guys who get everything handed to them on a silver platter will never be as good as somebody who walked the hard path, right? But you know, there's, you know, these guys make me sick, man. They really do. They think, wow, we are so fucking special, look how many views we got, right? And they made careers by being on fucking SPL with no competition. They got in via friends connection, right? Or they only North America Conquest YouTubers, only those guys had chances to get into SPL, right?